On today's episode of The Joy of Editing with Dave Kelly, we're looking at Topaz Photo AI. There's another new update. This is version 1.1.9. This new version gives us an updated AI engine. We're going to take a look at that today. Stay tuned. Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Joy of Editing with Dave Kelly. We're now looking at version 1.1.9, the latest update for Topaz Photo AI. This is a weekly ongoing process, and Topaz appreciates all of your feedback that you give them because they look at all that feedback, things that you like, things that you don't like. They can tailor this product to what we, the users, like. So I think that's important to give them your feedback. All you need to do is go up to the menu and click on Help, give feedback, and let them know, what you want to see changed, improved, or added. And they'll take all that into consideration for future updates. Let's take a look at the release notes for this new update. Changes since 1.1.8. Windows CLI is now accessed via its own executable inside the install directory called tpai.exe. You know what? I don't have a clue what that means. If anybody does out there, please let me know in the comments section below. We have an updated AI engine. They fixed the Hasselblad A6D camera profile, fixed some Sony camera profiles, fixed some images having incorrect orientations, fixed lens correction after cropping raw images, fixed lens metadata not being read correctly after processing by some photo managers, fixed metadata sometimes copying to an image's neighbor, reworded some cropping related elements, added warning when downscaling images. So those are the changes in this update. Here are new update plans for the future. Improve initial subject detection model accuracy, particularly the portrait option. Improve raw file handling, particularly around lens corrections, metadata, orientation, color, and interaction with Lightroom. Exploring fixing the pop-up background face issue where face recovery will create jarringly sharp faces from a blurry background. Further improve subject refinement capabilities, especially for images that are difficult to mask with AI brush. And finally, updating autopilot configuration affects open images instead of forcing an app to restart. Now we know what's new in this update and what is planned for the future. Hey, leave me comments and questions in the comments section below. I'd like to hear what your thoughts are on Photo AI. Do you like the way it's going? I always like to ask this, and I always want to keep an ongoing dialogue with everyone out there. So let me know in the comment section what you think, what you would like to see change, what you would like to see improved, what you would like to see maybe taken away. So let me know your thoughts out there. I'd love to hear from you. Today, I just want to take a brief look at this updated AI engine. I brought in this image. It's an iPhone image shot on an iPhone 13 Pro Max. It's kind of soft, and I just wanted to see what kind of a job it would do. Now, I brought it in here to Photo AI, and right now it's using autopilot settings. It still looks soft, but, it's removed whatever noise I had. I can go ahead and zoom in here to say like 400%. I'm going to go ahead and move it into the pine cone here because this is the part that I really want to be sharp. And as you can see, it's relatively soft. Now, I was surprised it did not choose sharpen because it is soft. Now, I will say this. I did bring it into Photo AI unedited as a raw file, and it did sharpen the image, but it just didn't look that good on screen. I just wanted to give it a little bit of process before I brought it in here. And I'll be honest with you, most of my workflow is working with images that I already process in Lightroom, and then I'll bring them into Photo AI just for sharpening and noise reduction, because I don't use noise reduction and sharpening in Lightroom at all. But that's my workflow. I know a lot of you like to work on the raw file. I don't find really any difference if I do it either way. So this is my way. We all have our own ideas and thoughts, and that's what's cool. We can make up our own minds on things. But I will say when I brought it in as that raw file, it did know to sharpen it. So there's probably, more information there in the raw file, whatever they're doing here in the algorithm that it picked that up. But as a TIFF file, uncompressed TIFF file, it doesn't pick up that it needs sharpening. But that's not a problem because look, I can just come here and toggle on sharpening and give it a second to update itself. This is in standard. It doesn't do much. Now, bear in mind, I am zoomed into, 400%? And then I clicked on lens blur and motion blur, and I found that lens blur gave me the most natural results. So let me click on lens blur, and it really sharpens it up, and that's 400%. Now let me go ahead and let's bring this back to say like 100%, give it a chance to sharpen this thing. It has to do its little deal where it has to run through everything, and we'll see what kind of a job we get. It is almost done. This is real time, by the way. I'm on an iMac. It's like a 2019 model with a i9 processor. I have Photo AI set up to detect a subject whenever it starts its autopilot, and you could change that if you come up here to Preferences and Autopilot Configuration and Subject Detection. It's set for default. You can set it to none if you don't want it to do that. But on this image, if I hover over Subject, you see it's only getting the pine cone. So let me open up Sharpening, and I'm going to shut off Subject Only because I want this whole image to be sharpened. But check that out. I'm going to click this eyeball right here. Here's the before. As you can see, it is really soft. Now we're looking at this new AI engine update, and here is the after. It may be a little too much clarity, so I'm going to take this clarity and pull this back just a little bit. Let's take it back to about here. It's got to resharpen itself. Give it a second or two here. This is real time, by the way, and it is almost there. And there it's done. That looks a little more natural, not quite as crunchy. So I pulled back a little bit on that clarity. As far as the strength, I think it looks pretty good. But if you wanted it sharper, you could pull this more to the right, or less sharp, pull it to the left. So you have those options there. Let's see what happens if I just give it a little bit more sharpening. Give it a second or two here to update itself. Again, this is real time, so you can really see how this is working. And yeah, I think that little bit of extra sharpening in there. And maybe just so you can see it, I am recording this in 4K, by the way, if you really want to see the quality. But I think it's doing a nice job. So all in all, I think this new updated AI engine is improved. And let me know what you think in the comment section below. Give it a try. Download this new update and see what you think. Well, there it is, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this look at the new update for Topaz Photo AI. If you enjoyed the video today, please give it a like and share it with your friends. And if you're not yet a subscriber to this channel, please subscribe and click that bell notification icon. Every time I upload a new tutorial, you'll get a notification. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me today in the Joy of Editing with Dave Kelly, and I'll see you all right here next time. But until then, happy editing!